Which features make HoneyX different from your direct competition?
There are several features that make HoneyX stand out in comparison to our competitors. Number one, the profit sharing system. So profits from the platform get paid out to our token holders on a quarterly basis, which adds additional value to the token on top of the appreciation of value when people do buy up the token or the market goes up. Number two, we have a doxed team that is highly experienced. And not only that, we're happy to put our identities out there and be liable for the project because we truly do work on this project and believe in this project, and we think it is going to succeed. Number three, we place a great deal of focus on our creators. Now, we believe they are the backbone of the platform. And every single day we work with Perry. She's directly liaising with the dev to tailor the platform to make sure that it is designed with the creators in mind, knowing what they need and what they want.
Would you consider a partnership with other decentralized porn projects?
In regard to partnerships with other decentralized porn tokens and projects, it's definitely something we would consider down the line. I personally think that, this industry is massive. There's room for all of us. But if we were going to merge with another project, it would obviously be, two things would be important. Like one, their values are consistent with our own. And two, that it's not just a decision made within the team. It's also something that's brought up within the community. Obviously, as a governance token, the community has a big say, in major company decisions. We would obviously have to consider the pros and cons, whether or not they actually value add to the business, whether or not the team is trustworthy. But like I said before, it's definitely something we would always run through the community. Hope that makes sense.
What are your current partnerships?
We are currently looking and have partnered with businesses within the adult content space and also outside the adult content space. To name a few, we have partnered with Gem Desire, and they're a indie-based jewelry company, and you might be seeing some of their jewelry in our upcoming NFTs, but I can't tell you too much. And we have also partnered with Debbie Cartel, a female CEO-owned agency. And we're also partnering with a few major stars to release limited NFTs. Can't tell you who unfortunately, because I might spoil our launch, but we're looking to create 10 very, very limited NFTs. And they're going to be auctioned off for launch. We have also just received samples of our upcoming sex toys with the HoneyX logo. Like I said before, we have decided to partner with businesses both within and outside the adult space to increase our exposure. So I'm very, very excited to announce these upcoming partnerships, and you will probably be seeing their logos on our website within the next few weeks as we approach launch.
How are we going to pay when the app is launched?
Initially, payment for content on the app will only be accepted in HoneyX tokens and BNB. When creators upload their content and list a value, they will be able to see the USD equivalent in pricing. When a user purchases content, they will be provided with a price in BNB and a price in HoneyX, and users will be encouraged to use HoneyX as a discount will be applied. These prices will only be available for a short time window to account for price movements. Subscriptions will be charged based on a tiered model. When you decide to subscribe to a particular content creator, you'll be given the option to pay for a 3-month, 6-month, or 1-year subscription. This is another measure we will put in place to account for price fluctuations in the market.
How will you deal with the price fluctuations of using a non-stable coin for payment?
The long-term benefits are varied, but ultimately reflect those of a good investment. We believe there is great potential for asset appreciation as token holders receive passive income as the platform profits will be paid out. And that's, of course, in due time. There's also the option, of course, to stake and earn yields, which we've rolled out very recently. And a very large number of our holders, current holders, are currently in that process of staking. So they do truly believe in our project. In our minds, we believe that once our project can hit certain milestones, it's only a matter of time before we can hit critical mass, as per following the trends of our other competitors, Cumrocket and Pawnrocket.
Will you put safeguards on your platform to stop illegal content?
This is a question we get asked a lot. We've got a dedicated team in place to filter out illegal and gory content based on a very strict set of guidelines. We have this team in place because there needs to be some level of moderation to make sure that minors aren't involved, or that it's things that are deemed to be harmful effectively. We do have people in place to basically filter out this sort of stuff. If you'd like to know more, there's a link which will include to our content upload guidelines.
How do you ensure that users are accountable for their content?
We understand that things like this have to be taken seriously. And so we've got a KYC, which is a know your client service set up, so that all of our creators in the platform are verified first. Our team also takes the time to vet all of our creators that sign up to the platform. This is to make sure that they're real, they're legitimate, and that their content is within our guidelines. What
is the marketing plan to make this project worldwide?
This is another question we get asked a fair bit. Our first goal is really to build up the market cap and get it to critical mass in terms of users and creators. So once we get to a size where we're big enough that people start to take notice, then we'll start to reach out to the larger centralized players for collaborations and partnerships. I mean, right now at our infancy stage, our focus is getting a platform up and running that really works. We do want to highlight that there have been venture capitalists who have taken an interest in the project after the news about OnlyFans, and they're wanting to see the platform and the community grow prior to investing. We all agree that the project is well positioned and developing at an appropriate speed. And we'll continue to seek and raise new capital as we continue to grow. We are in a position to release details and screenshots of the platform as it's developed. From my understanding, these are looking like mid to end of October for us to be able to share these things with you.
Why did you create the HoneyX project, and what is it that you'd like HoneyX to become?
So I co-founded the HoneyX project for multiple reasons, but unfortunately I don't have time to sit here all day and talk about them all. So I'll just touch on a few. I think the biggest thing for me was just constantly seeing my peers being let down. When, these adult content creators going to stop being deplatformed, especially, in these times when this is some people's income, this is some people's way to survive. So it really feels like a kick in the gut when we're suddenly deplatformed, most of the time out of nowhere and with no warning. We've seen it, happen with Tumblr. We saw it happen with Patreon, and then, unexpectedly with OnlyFans a few weeks ago. It's really emphasized that, we can't, as content creators, we can't really trust any of these platforms. And so I co-founded HoneyX as a way forward for content creators, as a platform that's going to offer you security. Being decentralized, it means that we are not, subject to outward pressure from other financial institutions. So, no other third-party gateway, payment gateway is going to suddenly change their policies and force adult content out of our platform. That's never going to happen. And the other thing is, there are many exclusive benefits to cryptocurrency. I understand that it's a space that, it's not as widely adopted as traditional fiat. However, I think not to be cliche, but I really do think cryptocurrency is the future, especially for adult content creators, not just with the security, but with the no chargebacks aspect. And also, transactions are instantaneous and you have the opportunity to tokenize your content. And of course, if you don't know what that means, I'm always contactable at Perry at HoneyX.io if you have any questions about our platform. I'm also always contactable via Telegram. If you don't know what's going on, if you don't know what crypto is, I'm very happy to fill you in on the opportunities it presents. So yeah, that's pretty much, the main two reasons as to why I founded the HoneyX project. And yeah.
Is HoneyX solely focused on the adult industry, or are there plans to grow the project into a wider audience outside of the adult entertainment sphere?
Look, at this stage, our project is just for adults because the platform at its core is for streaming. But if there is potential that we can definitely cater for different audiences if and when our project reaches that stage of critical mass. In addition, our marketplace that we're building, it's not just going to have adult NFTs. It can take on any NFT that could be uploaded to OpenSea. So it can act in a way basically the same as OpenSea for the NFT space. In relation for how we're going to build that, that's in the pipeline, and how we're going to get it to that critical mass, that's of course something for us to answer a bit later on. But of course, there's always potential for this project to go much further than just being an adult coin or an adult marketplace, no doubt.
How do content creators profit on your platform?
So content creators have a lot of ways of benefiting and profiting off our platform. Mainly what HoneyX aims to be is we aim to be this platform that's, the best all-in-one adult content distribution platform ever. And we're doing this by incorporating, three major aspects of this, adult content industry, not limited to live streaming, subscription pages, and also clip sales. We're also incorporating an NFT marketplace where creators will be able to tokenize their content to basically sell for HoneyX tokens. And, besides the features that we're integrating into our platform, we're also giving creators this opportunity to essentially become shareholders in the HoneyX business. So, when you hold HoneyX tokens, you are entitled to a share in the platform profits, pretty much proportionate to your holdings.
In recent times, we've seen a lot of rug pulls and exit scams. How can users trust in your project?
Firstly, it's not as if we started the project after the OnlyFans news broke out. So it's not like a catalyst-driven startup. Our liquidity pool is locked, meaning we literally can't rug. We can't pull the money out. It's stuck. Our team is doxed, meaning our reputations are on the line. And finally, the platform is already in development. It's progressed a significant amount, and the entire team has committed a significant amount of capital into this project.
How will the HoneyX staking platform work?
Honeypool allows HoneyX investors to earn passive income by staking their HoneyX tokens. The Honeypool is a time-limited program designed to reward early investors. The program begins on the 18th of September 2021 and ends after 30 days. The total daily reward is 3.6 million HoneyX tokens. The size of your rewards will depend on how many tokens you are staking and for how long, as well as how many tokens others are staking during the same period. You can unstake at any time, and any rewards earned can be harvested or claimed manually at the end of the program. There will be no transaction tax or impermanent loss.
How is the platform development tracking?
As of the time of this AMA, we have completed our first milestone of development. You may have seen in our Medium articles that we've shared a UX design. We've also provided an update recently about our SIT environment, our systems integration testing environment, and we're currently working through that right now. We just want to make sure everything is okay before we proceed with milestone 2 of development. This next screenshots we share should be more consistent with the styling in the UX designs article. Up until now, we've held off on providing too much information about our development process because we were of the thinking that we wanted to release a perfect product with all the bells and whistles. But we now understand that the HoneyX community would like to be part of the journey, and we are sharing more regular updates in our Telegram chat. I would encourage everyone to join the channel if you want to be up to date with developments.